aftermath of Muhammad's psychology impacting the entire community and his life and doing a lot of damage. Guys, again, just so everyone knows here, when we talk about the impact, the psychological impact, this doesn't mean that if you have a wonderful relationship with your father that you're going to be fine, or that if you had a horrible relationship with your father or no father at all that you're going to be messed up. These things are statistical, right? It means there's a higher chance. Like if you grow up without a father, you have a higher risk of ending up in prison. Now, you could end up being the best person in the world, but statistically, you have a higher chance. Children without fathers have a higher chance, a higher risk of ending up in prison. So we look at things like that. We look at psychological profiles, and you can make certain predictions. Now, this is all probabilistic. This isn't, again, you could have the most wonderful family in the world and end up being a serial killer. You could have the worst family in the world and end up being a Nobel Prize winner. So this isn't a perfect correlation. What we're saying here is there are correlations between certain backgrounds and outcomes later in life. And when we look at Muhammad, it's not just, hey, he lacked a father figure. It's every single father figure he has just gets ripped away from him. And all kinds of other relationships, including with his mother and with his foster family, are all just completely shattered and ripped away from him. He has no stability early in life. And someone who is impacted like that psychologically, we would expect certain things to happen. And exactly what we would expect to happen is what we see over and over again in the life of Muhammad and in the teachings and in the Quran. So is this a revelation from God, or is this the psychology of Muhammad manifesting itself on the world? I would say it's the latter.